Real Estate Commission meeting to order. Chair's report. I have a couple things, well maybe, yeah, a couple things. One is, if you look at item 2 on the chair's report in your packet, this is the list of positions and officers for fiscal year 2026. And I just need a motion to approve this list.
Motion to approve the list for the organization of the Real Estate Commission.
It's been moved and seconded to approve the organization. All those in favor?
Aye.
All those opposed? The motion carries. The other thing I have for my chair's report is just to remind everyone that the December meeting, monthly meeting, is moved from December 19th to December 22nd. Please note on your calendar.
To the 20.
Second. It was
22nd,
the
okay.
19th, yeah. Now the 22nd.
What we do is we have a meeting, then we go to the Pacific Club for a luncheon with all the staff.
Okay. Executive officers.
And the Pacific Club, okay.
The
After the
Commission
meeting,
shall afford
yeah.
Oh,
all,
after, okay.
Yeah.
Commission shall afford all interested persons an opportunity to submit data, views, or arguments in writing on any agenda item, and shall provide all interested parties an opportunity to present oral testimony on any agenda item subject to the conditions set forth in Section 1699-83 Hawaii Administrative Rules. The Commission may remove any person or persons who willfully disrupt the meeting to prevent and compromise the conduct of the meeting in accordance with Section 92-3 Hawaii Revised Statutes. There are no additional distributions or correspondence. We do have the minutes of the July 25th meeting that require an approval.
And the executive session meeting, minutes of the same meeting. So,
Move to approve.
you want second, Lakshmi?
Okay, second, sure.
It's been moved and seconded to approve the minutes of the previous meeting and the executive session meeting. All those in favor?
Aye.
All those opposed? Okay, motion carries. Please pass down your executive session. Agenda item number 4A, Laws and Review Committee Budget and Finance Report. So you have in front of you in 4A the Real Estate Recovery Fund as of June 30, 2025. So we would need, upon your review, completion of your review, we would need a motion to approve this recovery fund budget.
Motion to approve.
Second.
Moved and seconded to approve the Real Estate Recovery Fund budget. All those in favor?
Aye.
All those opposed? Motion carries. Next agenda item, the Condominium Review Committee for the Budget and Finance Report for the Condominium Education Trust Fund as of June 30, 2025. Similarly, we need a motion to accept.
Motion to approve.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded to approve the Condominium Education Trust Fund budget. All those in favor?
Aye.
All those opposed? Motion carries. Item 4B2, Consumer Education, Associa Hawaii Annual Board Seminar that was held on July 19, 2025. I'm going to ask Lori to give us a brief report.
Good morning, Commissioners. So we always attend the annual Associa Board Member Training, and this year it was held at the Ko'olau Ballrooms in Kaneohe, which is a really nice place. We had a table with brochures and pens, so people came by to pick up those items. There's one association manager that always comes by, and she's really sharp because, well, she tells me that she provides our website as well as the link to our videos to all the associations she manages, which is really great. So I was like, yay, you know, good job. But yeah, it was a good event, and I'm glad that they invite us, you know, to participate.
Nice. Thank you for attending.
Welcome.
Any questions on the event from board?
Just remarks. Great job. Thank you very much. And yeah, those videos, by the way, are really super helpful
Yeah.
and great. Yeah, and I've watched yours too, Commissioner Emery. So very informative. Yeah. Thank
It's
you.
interesting because I'm currently involved in CE classes, and what's been very popular is my condo finance class. But in discussion about obligations of boards and relating to potential buyers, the life of living in a condo, I've been referring in a resource, these condo guides on the Real Estate Commission website, because I'm surprised in one sense how few people know they exist. But number two, there are award-winning videos that are very helpful for new buyers, and so I'm encouraging our industry to promote more the real estate videos as far as information, because they're quite helpful and quite well done on a basic basis to give potential buyers and owners opportunities to understand what this is. So I'm surprised how few people know about it, to be honest with you.
Yeah. It's a very efficient way of educating people through the videos. Any additional comments? Thank you, Laurie.
Thank you.
Okay, moving on to item number C1, 4C1A. We have the ratification list, and we would need an approval of the continuing education providers and courses.
I move to approve.
It's been moved and seconded to approve the continuing education providers and courses ratification list. All those in favor?
Aye.
All those opposed? All right, motion carries. Item number C1B, we have an application for a continuing education online elective course presented by David Catanzaro, REMI School of Real Estate. All of you had a chance to review the materials. It's a 3-hour online class. Any questions, comments, discussion on the class? Mr. Catanzaro is not in attendance today. So,
I just had a comment, and there's no one answered the question on this course. There's some good cases, it looks like, but are there any state legal cases, like Hawaii legal cases in this course?
Not in this course, Audrey.
So just federal?
any other concerns or questions for discussion on this course? Or, we can also discuss an
I'm going to
executive
vote
session.
support, but I would just say that, same thing Audrey said, that I find that the issue is that it's doesn't really relate to the state cases, and because I do a lot of expert work on and have a huge list of state cases. I wish we'd had more state cases included in this, but I have no objections to the course because it's accurate and it is reflective of what they've said. But I'm hopeful that somebody will come forward with a similar course citing state cases, because there's quite a few out there.
I believe there is one on the heels of this.
I have a couple of comments and questions. If nobody else has any more comments and questions. Is Mr. Catanzaro an attorney or has a background in legal? No?
According to his resume.
Okay. I think as I reviewed these cases, I actually have two concerns about this course. One is the cases are all like Commissioner Abe and sorry, like pointed out. It's Commissioner Ermi pointed out that they're outside of our jurisdiction. A lot of them aren't even supportive or remote. They're remotely influential on our case law here. So I do have a comment that how does this tie into, or is there any nexus with Hawaii case law? The second thing is there's no, I need verification, I guess, that this is the last holding of the cases. Were there appeals after these cases? Did it go to a higher court? Did the holding on the case change? That's another issue. And I think the third thing I had was, when you read the summary description of the course content, it says the cases focus on fraud, negligence, liability, fair housing, agency, disclosure, broker management, ADA, and contracts. But then when you turn to the page on learning objectives for the students, it's totally different. It's AI, landlord fair housing, terms of a lease, dual agency, and E&O insurance. So I'm not sure how the summary legal description aligns with the learning objectives of the course. Those are like a couple substantive things that I picked out by reviewing the course. I don't know if anyone else picked up on the same things or if you have comments. Based on those things, I think that the course needs a little more work.
I agree, like on the contracts, I expected, like you said, the reference didn't show that as much, and our purchase contract is, quite involved with Hawaii law. Like, for instance, dual agency, we have our own laws on that. And then on, even with these service dogs and all this discrimination, Hawaii is a little bit different. And a lot of our issues with agents revolve around state law, that we are following the state law, So I think it'd be really important to have more cases on that, I agree.
Thank you. I agree with the comments and I appreciate them. I'm curious though, if you're gonna go back to the instructor for clarification, what the intent then is? Is it to focus just on general federal cases, or is it to tie into Hawaii cases? As far as the purchase contract, the law doesn't say anything about a specific form, because the state doesn't provide it. So then it would be a matter of referencing what the basic elements of the contract requires. Because if we go back to say HAR, NAR contracts, not everybody is a member. So I think overall what I've seen relates to what we do as brokers. I don't know if it necessarily requires state references, but if they did have state cases, then yeah, that would be helpful.
I think it's up to the provider what they want to provide in the course, but in this case, I feel like it's very inconsistent with the materials, the objectives, and the summary of the course. So I think we need some clarity on what the intent is and what the goal is of the course. If it's federal, then please, make disclaimers and disclosures about it that are clear so that the agents aren't confused of how this applies to state law.
And I would support what you've just said and note that agency was one of those areas that I picked up on that I wasn't entirely comfortable with the way the conversation was being steered in particular areas that may not be what we want to see in Hawaii or where we're at in Hawaii under our statutes.
Thank you. Thank you for the comments. Did we document that, Kristen? Did you get that? So I guess in this kind of situation where there's so many comments to the course, we would give the provider another opportunity to respond to those comments on the course or appear so that he can answer our questions. I would not, it's up to the commission, but I feel like it's not a clear course.
Or not relevant in some ways, for Hawaii and for our state agents.
And if not, if it's going to focus on a federal or courts in other jurisdictions, then make a clear disclaimer and disclosure on why he's doing that, so that the agents aren't confused. Yep.
I agree.
Okay. So, what is the motion?
Motion to defer.
Motion to defer.
Second?
Moved and seconded to defer this course. Based on, commissioners having questions on the content and comments on the content. And staff is going to follow up with the applicant to see if they can provide more clarity, or, and appear probably before the commission again.
Motion and second.
Yeah, do we want to have, yeah, we need a vote. So all those in favor? Aye. All those opposed? Okay, motion carries. Thank you for all the comments on that. Item C2, pre-licensing education administration, broker curriculum and resources, RFQ. Kristen?
Good morning, Commissioners. So we're coming here before you to ask for your approval. So they set the RFQ first to update and amend the Hawaii real estate brokers pre-license curriculum that has not been updated since 2004. Would also ask that you would approve the incorporation of broker management into the broker curriculum.
So we have an ask from staff to approve this RFQ to update and amend the broker pre-licensing curriculum. Any comments, questions? Commissioner Andrews?
Yeah, I appreciate this, and I think the addition of the broker management is crucial. Yeah, and I actually feel that for broker licensing, especially amongst the industry, there should be a higher level of the bar should be raised to get a broker's license. So having broker management is important, but I think that the broker license in general, the licensing requirements for that should be looked at as well. Just because a lot of folks will get the license, but they don't necessarily have the wherewithal to do the actual management, yeah, of other, supervising other agents. Yeah, so I do believe that would, yeah. So I appreciate the broker management aspect.
I think it's a great ad.
Yeah, thank you.
Anything else?
I have a comment. So the broker management, and then we have brokerage administration too. Does that intertwine with that chapter there, or the section 10?
So the scope of service would allow the winning bidder to kind of go through what we currently have.
Okay.
Yeah, and incorporate, amend.
Yeah, so sort of the broker administration part. I just had a couple comments though that just triggers my mind, because on that page 9, on the bottom, the section 10, the broker is, the principal broker is responsible for all real estate contracts. I was thinking, I know this is just an outline, but I was thinking more proper handling of all real estate contracts. And then also, this is just my thoughts, because then also on the following page, C, license status of firm and associates. I think it should be to ensure that the firm and all licensees are current and active. Because it seems like a lot of times it lapses and then they're doing transactions without license. And then also, just for clarity, you know, just, and then a number or letter I, ensuring the firm and all licensees adhere to all real estate laws and rules. Because it's one thing to be updated about it, but I think that they should be in compliance or adhere to all the real estate laws and rules. I mean, because a lot of our cases, it seems, revolves around that. I don't know, that's just my thoughts. Thank you.
Thank you for those comments. Did you know, are we noted?
Yes.
Okay. Anything else on the RFQ? No? Okay, if so, then, if not, then we move,
Oh, just one more thing though. You know, the DROA, I know it's in our state law, but I wonder if this outline should show that it's called a purchase contract, you know, as far as HER, and it's commonly used. Not required, but,
No, and that's one of the reasons why it's being updated, because
Yeah.
some of the terminology is obsolete.
but it's still, I mean, kind of relevant, but maybe just to say that in practice, you know, a lot of agents are using purchase contract. I'm not sure if you should state that or what.
I guess that's the purpose of this, is to update.
updating.
So now it says DRA.
It's updating all the terminology.
Yeah,
and-
thank you.
Yeah,
Just wanted to
yeah.
mention.
The
Just make sure.
archaic
Yeah.
DROA. Okay, thank you. If comments are noted, with those comments, then we need a motion to accept, maybe subject to addition of those suggested
I
changes.
move to approve the RFP.
I second.
Okay, it's been moved and seconded to approve the RFP. All those in favor?
Aye.
All those opposed? Motion carries. Moving on to item C3. Budget and Finance Report, the Real Estate Education Fund, as of June 30, 2025. So if nobody has any questions, we would need a motion to accept.
Move to approve real estate education fund updated.
It's been moved and seconded to approve the Real Estate Education Fund budget. All those in favor? All those opposed? Okay, motion carries. Item number 5, licensing and registration ratification list. Sure, all of you had a chance to review it. We would need a motion to approve the ratification list.
Second.
Moved and seconded to approve the ratification list for applications for real estate. All those in favor?
Aye.
All those opposed? Okay, motion carries. Item 6, licensing applications. We have 4 applications, and based on my understanding, none of the applicants are here in person or available for discussion. No one's in attendance. So, we have 4 applications, and I'm sure all of you had a chance to read the packets and the background provided by staff on each of the applicants. So let's just, since no one is here, we'll take them in order. Item 6A, Tessa Everett is applying for a preliminary decision on her real estate license application.
So it would either be a motion, most likely to approve or most likely to deny.
Any discussion, any questions? Miles, you want to present anything on this? It's pretty straightforward.
Straightforward, she has a
And
number
Commissioner
of
DeCosta?
DUIs.
I noticed that it was 2007 was the last time. Doesn't seem to be anything since then.
Okay, if the commissioners are ready, we can take a vote on her preliminary, request for preliminary decision. So anybody want to make a motion for Tessa Marie Everett's request for preliminary decision?
I move that we accept the request for preliminary,
Most likely to
and
most
approve.
likely to approve, sorry.
Okay.
Second.
Okay, it's been moved and seconded to most likely approve the application, request for application for Tessa Marie Everett. All those in favor?
Aye.
All those opposed? Okay, motion carries. 6B, Thomas Hale. This is for a regular real estate salesperson license. Anything to add? Any updates since the packet's distributed?
Yeah, this basically his Oregon license was sanctioned. He satisfied all the requirements of order.
Questions or comments on this applicant? No? If not, just need a motion.
I move to approve Thomas Hale for the application for license.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded to approve Thomas Hale's application for real estate license. All those in favor?
Aye.
All those opposed? Okay, motion carries. Congratulations, Mr. Hale. Next item, Benjamin Messiah Davila, application for a real estate license. Anything to add for us in this one?
Just a comment that he did provide me with the documentation of his name change, and you'll note the documentation for the criminal matters were under a different name, so he provided me with documentation that supported his change of legal name.
Okay, if there's no comment or discussion, then I just need a motion.
Motion to approve the real estate application for Benjamin Davila.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded to approve the real estate license application for Benjamin Messiah Davila, aka Benjamin Messiah Leno. All those in favor?
Aye.
All those opposed? Motion carries. Item 60, Annette G. Kim, another application for a real estate salesperson's license. Anything to add since this was provided? Okay. Terms and conditions are satisfied. I said yes. Any comments, questions? If not, we would need a motion.
Motion to approve the real estate application for Annette Kim.
Okay, it's been moved and seconded to approve the real estate license application of Annette G. Kim. All those in favor?
Aye.
All those opposed? Okay, motion carries. Congratulations. Okay, moving on. I'd like to move us into Chapter 91 recess. So we need to pause. Give it a couple minutes.
Those CAI videos when I was with Dave. I share the sites and I tell them. Because I sent them the agents too, but getting started in the beginning, right? I go to the DCCA website.
It's hard to do. Harder, yes.
That's not normal.
They keep on telling me that don't expect this to continue.
Okay, so we're back in regular session. Okay, Tommy? Okay, we're back in regular session, and all I have to do at this point is say our next meeting is Friday, September 26, 2025 at 9 a.m. Thank you everyone for attending, and the meeting is adjourned.
Good luck charm.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I'm a good luck charm here. Make sure I'm around more.